good afternoon. And we've got a bit of sunshine, which makes it all the better. Who's excited? Oh, it's been a busy morning. Hi, Ruth. I'll wait for us all to get joined up and then we'll flip the camera and have a nosy round. I might just spin the camera and show you some bits while I'm waiting. I could do. Oh, I forgot to turn my notifications off. I'm just hoping my battery holds out because obviously I've been busy on the phone this morning with orders and things and I didn't bring my charger because that would have been too organised. So I'm going to flip the camera and I'm just going to show you a few new bits and then we'll glance over the table at the big piles of everything. Sorry, you would just get my chin then. And then I'll take you up, we'll click you in the holder and then we will look at everything, all the samples, all of the separate elements, and then we'll see what time it is. Hopefully, I would love to make something today. But obviously, any spare moments I get over the weekend, I will try and come on and make something with you guys because tomorrow's going to be a little bit difficult, but I should be able to do something tomorrow night maybe. So, yeah, we're all organised here anyway. Right, let's give you a flip. Thank you to everyone that's joining. Come on then, flip. Here we go. We've just got a few new items that I thought I would show you. We've got Colourful Life, Particle, Precious Life, Light Trail, 64 and Windows. They're all new in. That space there is where the Sweet Bee Memories is going. And then as I glance you round, it looks like chaos, but I can assure you this is organised chaos. We know exactly where we're up to. All of the elements, lots and lots. We've got collections, we've got them separately. There's nice grungy bits. We've got the masks, the stencils. All sorts. So I'm taking you up. Paul's just on another batch. I won't put his face in because he doesn't like his face in. Okay. Let's just pop you on me a minute. We'll clip this in and hopefully I don't catch the button. There we go. And then I will spin that around. Get that in a good position. Go on then. Focus. You don't want that in show, do you? Right then. So I'm going to start off with, in fact, no, I'm not going to start off with that. Sorry, I had to walk down to the bottom of the shop for it. So, this is everything. Come on. In the collection. So let's put it in a bit of order. Okay. So I'm going to start here because, and I'm going to apologise now because no comments are coming up on here, and I knew this would happen. I don't know why it happens on the phones. I'll definitely watch back and answer any questions if I can, and answer them all. But I'm just going to start off with this piece here. This is the memory journal, and this is where the whole collection began for me. I sat down and made a little prototype and put it through to Studio Light, and they loved it. So then this was born. This gives you the outer, then the pages, which are a little bit smaller. There's little mats and layers in there. There's a pocket going this way and a pocket going this way. Now, don't think that you have to have them tabs on there. You can cut them off, and you can use die cut ones if you want to. You also get the little strap that goes round and a buckle. Now, there is lots and lots of ways to attach the buckle. For instance, this one, I've left it exactly where it is on the stencil. There, it's there, look. And I've cut it into the front and then added the strap around. And when it comes around, you can thread it through. I found it a little bit, I was like, oh, I don't know, I can't get it. I've come up with a really good idea now of how to thread it by poking this underneath. So that's one way. This way, I've threaded the buckle on the actual piece that goes around and pop some, like a little Velcro tab on. So that's another way that you can fasten it. Or this way, what I've done, I haven't cut through. I've threaded it and stuck the buckle, but these bits are loose, so that when this comes round, it slides really easily underneath. And I think that's my favourite way, if I'm honest with you. So, yeah. That is the memory journal. So while we're here, I might as well show you how I've decorated them. So the reason I called it memory journal was because I wanted it to appeal to scrapbookers who make like little mini books and things like that, because it's absolutely the perfect size for cataloguing your memories. This one has got my two little grand fur babies in. This one is blue. And then we have got Milo. So, you know, on my screen, all I've got coming up, 1, 2, 3, 4, probably about 25 times, it just says, Julie Hickey is watching, time and time and time again. So it must be my internet connection. I hope it's coming through loud and clear to you. And then just showing you how the tag dies work in there. And just making like little pockets to poke extra. Look at him there. You see, he was just this little tiny fluff ball, and now he's a big oaf. Bless him. A lovely oaf though. Okay, so yeah, I think it's lovely to catalogue, and I've got the pattern papers in there. We've got some die cut elements. Everything is designed to work together. So that is one way. But then this one, this is using all of the die cut elements from the paper pad from here, and the pattern papers from, come on, from here. From here, yeah, I have to sing it. Wouldn't be right if I didn't. It's also got some stamped images in there as well. We've got die cut elements. This one has been super popular. That's from the grunge bits in the dies. And then you've got stamped elements with the die cuts. It's just lovely. And then that nice little bit in the background. Then you've got that lovely floral tag. All of these little sentiments are from the sticker pad, which is brilliant. This piece is cut from the pattern papers, but then we've got die cut elements as well. That gorgeous bumblebee. Yeah. So can I ask if anybody's in here and is watching and would like to share this? Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to, because it's in a group. It's in a closed group, isn't it? Yeah. So after the video is finished, I will download it. I will upload it to my YouTube channel. And I will also pop it onto Dragon's Papercraft page as well. I have to say, I'm in love with this. It just makes me happy every time I see it. This is a journal cover, which I've used Echinacea stamps. I've used the Grungy Bit stamps. I've got some of the bumblebees on there. But just had a real fun time. So hopefully I can finish that. So that's the first item. But during that time, we did cover the designer paper pad. 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. So I think there is 4 9s in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so they're all double-sided. You've got the bumblebees. You've got that gorgeous honeycomb with script. And then you've got this side with the florals and bees on. And then we've got a nice, just a plain green, but if you look up closely, you can see the honeycomb in there with the two-tone on the reverse. Then you've got like your corrugated cardboard effect with that beautiful echinacea on there. Now this is 210 gram, or GSM. It's the perfect thickness for actually making your journals. You can put the mask on here, draw around and actually make it from here. This is so hard when I've got no feedback whatsoever. Never mind, it is what it is. But yeah, beautiful designs. You've got your bees. Love this one. That's that one. And then we have the die cut paper pad. So this has more than 390 paper elements. Paul, can I just ask you a favour now you've just took that to the post office? Can you just check on your phone, put your volume down and just see if there's any questions? Because I've got nothing on my phone. So in here, you've got 10 different designs, but 2 of each. Really nice. They die cut so easily, pop out so easily. Nice botanical kind of feel to it. Lots of different floral elements. You've got butterflies, you've got flowers, bees, honeycomb, and then you've got some nice toppers. Again, just popping out really easily. Honeycomb and bees. And then you've got some little like tags and little kind of ticker strips with some messages. You've got happy and bee there, and then some tags and pockets. You've even got all of the little reinforcers there as well, which is nice. This makes like a nice corner pocket. So that is the paper pad. Now there is a sticker pad. This has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15 sheets in it. So you get 5 in white, 5 in black, and 5 in craft. So there's all different sizes, different sentiments, different words, different verses. So much. These little strips are so useful. You've got some that are bigger and some that are a lot smaller. So that is that. So everything is available separately for individual prices, which we'll find on the internet. I can't remember them off the top of my head. Now then, these are lovely. And if you have had Nature's Dream 2, or Nature's Dream, you will notice that you've got some of those elements in here too. So you've got 3 sheets in here. Well, that one, and that one. And they're a plywood. So here is a little card there. This has had no primer or anything. I've just used my water-based inks on it, and then a bit of stamping on the top. Just very, very simple. And then this one just shows they're all layered up, but then add in some of those gorgeous little bees and a bit of sisal behind. A little bit of simple stamping in the background, but what a beautiful gift that would be. So that is the plywood. Then we have got our gorgeous honeycomb stencil mask. That's like a DL in size. And then we'll do the dies next. So this one is Grungy Bits. You've got like the little tab that you can flip like a divider if you wanted to make it on any pages that you do in any journal. But that's really useful. This little tag, you've got like a little corner so that you can poke photos in. Your little reinforcer and hole to punch the tag. And then this beautiful, lovely, grungy kind of die cut lines, which you can have this way or this way. And there's the back of that. And then we have got our... Did it come up all right, Paul? Yeah? Yeah? No questions, okay. This one has got like your little echinaceas, a little bit of foliage, and you've got your grass strips there, your coffee rings, little bumblebee and splats. Really, really useful one. Great for poking in these little holes. And there's a specific card I want to show you for that. I will go through the samples afterwards. But like this one here that Julie made, just lovely. Simple little echinaceas just poke through those holes there. And then even making a stencil from this to get the lovely design down the side. And of course, a little bit of the ABC grungy background from Nature's Dream too. So that's that one. Then we have got our embossing folder. So this one is called Coffee Grid. So lovely little bit of griddage and coffee rings. A nice size, that one. And we have got our tag folding card. So the outside, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dies, and then the reinforcers and the hole puncher. But I love this kind of detail around here. So this is the actual size of the tag, which is like an A6 card front. This is how it looks if you cut the little lines out of. This is that beautiful kind of lacy hole cut out around the outside. And then there is also this one. You get like the torn kind of edge matte and layer as well, which is really effective. Look how gorgeous those echinaceas look. Beautiful. And the inside. It just shows you though how everything mixes together. You've got stamps, you've got pattern papers, you've got die cut elements, you've got stickers. It's all there and it's gorgeous. So let's just move those ones over. And now we're down to the beautiful stamps. So we have got your tag floral. These are all A6 in size, and I think I remember these are $7.99 a pack. Now, grungy bits. This is an important one because this tag works alongside grungy bits here. So this tag will stamp on top of there. And look, you can make yourself a lovely little tag card. Gorgeous. And then we have got echinacea. And then we have got floral bits. So different heads there. You've got 2 different size bumblebees, but then you've got the side bumblebees, a selection of different leaves and some little flicky dots. I'm just going to stop there, flicky dots. And then this beautiful, this is on an A7 set and it's called Large Bee. And the detail in this bee is wonderful. Love it. And I can tell you, it is 100% symmetrical. And I know, because I drew it on a symmetry line. Right, so that is the whole collection. If you buy the whole collection, it's £99, which is something silly like a 28% saving. Or it's over 20% saving. I'm not going to say a specific figure. But on top of that, we are going to give you this absolutely beautiful journal. It might have numbers on it, might have cogs. It just depends how it comes out of the box. It's an 8x8 journal. It comes with the jump rings. You get a front and a back. And then you get 10 sheets of like mixed media card inside as well. Should be $11.99. So an absolute bargain. But of course, if you can't stretch to a full one, everything is available separately. So I'm going to poke that back in there because I expertly packed that this morning. Oh, she says. That's in there. Okay, that can go back in that box. That doesn't exist anymore. I know that every time I do a live, lots of you ask about my storage. It is all based off the same thing. All of these little folders are 1/2 centimetre in depth. So this has been made from an A3 sheet, 20, 40, and then there's a 1/2 centimetre in the middle. So you'd cut 1.5 centimetres off of an A3 sheet so that you could do that. And then you just make them, stack them up. And for the binder, you just stick them on, score, and then you'd have to add a sheet to this side and this side because it would be shorter, if that makes sense. But there's lots of videos on here and on YouTube covering the storage. I just want to show you that. How gorgeous is that? So that is from the embossing folder. So I keep all of mine in here, so it's just to hand, and I can just grab what I want. So let's have a look at some more samples. I'm just going to bring this up a little bit. This one this is a DL, but it's just using some of the grungy bits in the background, a little bit of the stenciling, that gorgeous large B, some of the little stickers, and it has got one of those little tabs on the side as well. Let's have a look at some of these ones from Tracy. We have got, this one's just using the papers and some of the die cut elements, but really beautiful, unbelievably cute. And then this one is using the tag die with some of the die cut elements, as in the dies. There's a really nice lacy little kind of flower. You've got that lovely little stamp there with some of the honeycomb, happy little moments. And then this one, I love what she's done here. She's put some acetate in, join them together, but just think how many you could add. And then you've got the floral tag on each one of those with some of the stickers as well. And then die cut elements on both sides of there, just to hide that. So that's that one. Tracy did post a lovely triple tag card this morning. That one has actually gone off to the Netherlands because they did a big show and they needed some samples. So that I haven't got that one, but it's a beautiful one. It's on craft card. And then I love what she's done here as well onto black card. Heat embossed, and that really stands out there. It's another idea. And then this one demonstrates how you just don't need a lot on your card. A little bit of ink and stamping in the background. This is one of the die cut elements from that paper pad. And then we have got this gorgeous MDF tag with the bumblebee layered up. You've got some of the elements, some sisal, and then heat embossing in that background as well, with the little, my brain's just trying to catch up. Yeah, that hexagons, no, honeycomb. There's a beautiful one with the bee. Onto acetate wings as well, give lots of dimension. And then this one, so this is a page from the journal, just one. And then inside, what Tracy's done, she's done a number of different tags and just popped some different little die cuts on them. So maybe you're giving it as a present or something. I just think it's a lovely little idea. And each tag is different and with a different sentiment on there. Maybe you're sending it to somebody to, you know, like a feel good. So inspirational quotes on each one, like you are enough and you'll get through this. Well, in fact, that's probably what these are actually. Yeah. So that's another way. And then another one here with just the papers and the die cut elements. And then again, if you look on Facebook, I know Tracy's popped a couple of videos on of her little journals that she's made. So here is one. Don't know if she's popped this one on yet, but this one is made from white card, and she's used the pattern papers. She's used some of the honeycomb stencil in the background. But then there's lots going on. You've got the little elements. She's used like the buckle as like a trim across here, which is really nice and effective. And each time you turn the page, you've got like a different theme. Lots of pockets, lots of things going on, which is lovely. And then breathe, relax. So using a different colour scheme on each page. And I think that is lovely. And then little tag in there, be kind to yourself. Today is a new chapter. So that is the first one. And in fact, Tracy's done a different buckle here. She's used the outside of the buckle from the mask, but she's used the dies. These two dies here, she's die cuts that, so it makes them a little bit bigger. But you've got to poke that through there, and then that can come through. So there's lots of different ways you can do your closures. There's also holes on the mask so that you can punch them and bind them if you want to. And this must be the one that she's got on the video. Yeah, today is a new chapter, be happy. Just making different little slidey holes. And this one must be an opening card there. Yep. And then we've got more tags, little bit of vellum on there. Come on. That's it. And then more. And of course, these stamping onto the pattern papers, it's just perfect. And then one with a little buckle on. So that's those. And then I've got some samples here from Julie. Let's just bring them up. Okay. So these ones, you can see a bit of glitter glue around the outside, adding to those little, the pattern papers. These have been watercoloured in. I love this paper. I love this. The colours on this are amazing. Have an amazing day. And that's got lots of different bits there. So that just threads in. That's a pretty design. And then this one with that beautiful pink flower, but then it's got the Polaroid frame from Nature's Dream 2 on there. With the pattern papers, you've got the coffee rings in the background as well. And then the beautiful echinacea on one of the tags. Gorgeous in pinks. And then all of this in the background is from the Grunge Bits stamp set. Now this one, look at how clever is that? So if I take that away, you've got a beautiful bee that she's fussy cut around and stuck on there. Beautiful. And then these little heads, these are from the floral bits. Grateful for your love. And then inside you've got that beautiful echinacea. Again, another lovely design. And then we have got some beautiful little tags poked in. What a Wonderful World. And then, in fact, I'm going to save the album. We've got beautiful little, on craft card this time. And this is stamped in a brown, like a brown ink, that one. This is cute with like 9 squares of different papers there. Again, lots of different like bits of glitter glue in there. Enjoy your big day. That's really nice. And this is good for your scraps as well, because you're going to get like little bits and pieces. So a great card to make. Here's that beautiful echinacea. I love the watercolour in the background. Really effective, and those glossy accents on the centres. But then taking it inside as well, you've got that lovely detail on the tag die. You've got the pattern papers. Just lovely. Then we have got this one, which I gave you a flash at earlier, with the... Oh, I love doing that. It's like a little musical instrument. The hum of the bee is the voice of the garden. And then another nice little tag on there, kind as a bee. Sometimes you just don't need a lot on a card, and I just think that looks beautiful. And then you've got this one. So again, with the pattern papers, lots of different die cut elements, but then opening that up. Oh, don't worry, be happy. Don't worry. That makes you want to sing, doesn't it? The sun's still shining, and then this little belly band just goes back on there to keep that all together. And then this one is Julie's little memory journal, and it says on there Julie's birthday. We've got one of the chipboard, but I love how she's put the glossy accents on there. So this one, pull that open. Now this has been reinforced with some cardboard in there, so it's easier to thread through and not attached to the front. So you've got, that can easily close. And yeah, it's just, there's so many ways to do it. And I didn't want to make it a specific choice. I feel like you needed the choices. So lots of different elements. I love this little bit here where she's used the little tab as a little flip over to to reveal the messages below, and the colours in the pad, beautiful. So this is she just cut the line down there to poke that little tag in there. Do you see what I mean though about the little tabs? They're just so handy to pop on. And then you've got the beautiful die cuts. So just mixing in pictures and different elements. You've got chipboard in here. So here Julie's bound that in. She's used the circles that are in the stencil and then punched through and bound it through. But that's good because it means that you can chop and change things as well. And then you've got more. So beautiful. It's lovely to look back at the memories. Marshmallows, hot chocolate and chocolate. And again, the frame from the Polaroid frame from Nature's Dream. And then lots of different places. So a beautiful album. Now, pop that back in there. Oh, I have been tidy. You probably will have seen me showing pictures of this. This is the free album that you're going to get. So I've just gone ahead. I've covered the front and the back and the inside and the back just with the pattern papers. And then I've got all of these sheets that I can decorate. And I've gone ahead and done a beautiful, some echinaceas on there. We've got the bee. And then this one, some more echinaceas, but I've got the honeycomb and really spaced this one out a little bit more, but used a lot more of the grunge bit stamps. So that's all I've done in there so far. Of course, it would be rude not to make a wreath, wouldn't it? There's quite a lot of flowers in there. 1, so 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's 16, but 8 of them are stamped and 8 of them are cut out. And then you've got some bees, some flicks, but look in the background, that, you know, little bit of script, the little bit of honeycomb, the coffee rings, it just works. And they're not too, the longest bit about that card is cutting out your flowers and your leaves. I think I have shown you everything now. And, well, I might have some other bits actually. Hang on. Let's have a little look. I wanted to spend a little bit of time and show you, I think it's here, the journal. What's this one? Okay, right. So I have gone ahead, but I'm going to get mine out so that we can see exactly what we need to do. And I've got these little packets, and inside them, they're just like the bits that I've got on the go. So I've got my chipboard, plywood elements in there, and any of the little bits that I've popped out that I haven't used, just to keep safe. A little bit of Sizel for good luck. This one, yeah, it's just all bits of tags and things. This one shows that you can do your little shaker cards. So lots of ways to use them. So I'm going to grab mine, and what you'll probably end up doing the same as me. Let's take this. So this is what you'll get in your packet. You're going to have 4 things. You've got this. You've got one pocket that way, one pocket that way, which of course can be that way or that way, depending on which way you choose. And then this like little strap. So for the cover, I'm going to get a piece of card. Now, what I would suggest is when you go down on your A4 card, butt it up to the top and to the side. That way, you've only got to do 2 edges, okay? Paul, can you just pass me one of those corner bunch? Now, on the stencil, I have rounded the edges. I absolutely think if you haven't got one, a corner punch, so easy. It's going to make life easy for you. So you would just simply draw around that. Of course, I haven't got a pencil. I'm just going to... not so organised. If you've got one of the magnetic mats where you put your magnets on, you can, of course, do that. And if I was using pencil, it wouldn't matter. But I'm just going to pull that taut, and I would just literally go down there and then up there. Okay. This line and this line, that's where you're going to score. Now, you could just mark a line down there and then take it over to your scoreboard and then score those in. But that's as easy as it is for the outer. I know that I can bring my trimmer in, trim that, punch the corners, score it, and I'm done. Now the buckle section, I'm going to get a little bit of in fact, I'll just do it on here. I'll do it on here. And maybe I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. I can't believe I've still not got any comments on my phone. For the buckle, I'll just do it on here like so. Again, I would just draw the edge. Now, make sure you keep it straight, Hazel. Okay. So that gives you that. Then I would use a knife and I would come in, wiggle it to go through, and just take those lines down. Of course, you can use a ruler, but with the camera above my head and everything on the desk, I don't think I could fit a ruler in. So I'm just going to add, is that in view? Yeah. Just take those out like so. And then, now to be easy, what I would do is I would just take that out. And then I would bring my trimmer in. Of course, you can just carry on and do it with your knife, but just for, I would chop, and then this is where the corner puncher will come in handy massively. So if I turn it that way around, and then you corner punch on all the four corners, and then you have got the perfect buckle. But what I would definitely recommend is just doing these a little bit bigger to give you more freeway when you're, so you've got a bit of give when you post it through. Either that, or when you cut the strip, just cut it a little bit smaller. Okay, because I've sized it perfectly, but for ease, if you just, yeah, it will just make it easy. So, say for the strip, I just think it's important that I point out some top tips for when you're putting it together. Now, the stencil for this, okay, so it's just under 3 centimetres. I've cut that at 3 centimetres. I'll probably need to cut it down, but if it fits in there, I'll get away with it, which it does. You see? So this would be the band that goes around. Now, this is where you've got the choices, because you can poke that like so and stick it in place under here. That's how the one that and then I would put the Velcro as a fastening, and this would come round. Now, you'll probably have to join some of these together, depending on how you're going to attach it. But that's, you can do it like that, or you can stick this piece, just this strip here, onto your album, and then this can just flip through. That's how I did it on this one. So in fact, I threaded it through a piece. I started it here and I went round, and then I went underneath my pattern paper. And then when this comes round, it just naturally just flips through. But then I used a corner rounder on there. So that is your strap and your little buckle. Let's make sure we've got that out. Now for these, I wish I had got my I wish I had got my corner rounder here. Right, just get that in position. And this is exactly the same. Just go round. When you get to this corner, you'll notice you've got like a little rounded piece. But I like to go over with the corner punch. And just make sure that you've held that. Try not to get your pen going underneath it, like I've just done. Once you've made one or two, you'll be like, right, I've got that. You'll be jotting sizes down and you'll just be whizzing them up. But it's really nice to know that you've always got that stencil there to revert back to. If you think, I can't remember what size that was. Cut this out, and then it's the other lines. This line around here is a mat and layer, and then this one here is your score line here. I'll just mark it in with this. It won't be a straight line, but it's about the right width to fit your little ball tool down, so you can just score down there, and then it bends perfectly. So that's how you do your pockets, and I'm just going to show you one of the pockets, like so. So what I like to do is fold in the tabs and cut the backs off, and then, I can't do it, but I would poke that in and punch down, and then it gives me that beautiful rounded corner the same. Sometimes I keep these on and just kind of round them myself. Sometimes I cut them off and use that die in one of the sets to put a little tab on. But yeah, that's as easy as they are to make. They're super. And this matches, so what have we got here? So that's the outer one. This is the page length. So this is the exact size, butted up to the top and the sides of the page. If you was to put it on your inside layer, you'd get like a little equal border all the way around. But yeah, I wanted to make some in the papers and some in, I think I've got a craft card one here. Yeah, some in craft card. We've got the cream here as well. This is my Media Artist card. And then this is one of the pockets, but I've cut the top off of it. So that's how it's come off the scoreboard. And this is when I would pop it into that corner trimmer, even with these. But make sure that you snip that off first. Because then when that wraps round on the back, it's just 2 layers, and then that can go in your corner puncher. Or maybe you've got one of those, what are they called? Chompers. That's it, a corner chomper. So yeah, I've got all of those. So what I thought would be really nice, I don't know how we're doing on time. Oh wow, we've flown by the time. I thought it would be really nice to grab some of these pockets. What have we got? Where's that beautiful, because this isn't finished. Maybe if we put a pocket, have we got a page? Because I feel, yes, right, okay, that's a page. Let's decorate this to go in as a page. I'll probably put mat and layer in there, and it'll end up as like it'll end up like a gift, I would imagine. Right. Let's move that. I mean, I said I was going to be tidy, and I started off ever so well. Not so well now.
You're always the first for
I know, Paul. So, first off, I need some ink. Yeah. I'm going to use my water reactives. Maybe green, and the blue to start off with. We'll have some of the water. I'll tell you who that'll be. Let's just have a couple of brushes to start us off. So what I was going to do was on this one, I did like an inky pickup in the background. But what I might do is just do something a little bit different on this one. And we're just going to randomly and quite lightly ink a little bit of background down. Like so. And there will be spaces, and that's absolutely fine because I'm going to be spritzing at it and all sorts. Just give me 1 second. That's it. Right. There we go. So just adding that on. There we go. And then I'm going to spritz down with some water. And take that off and keep that nice and clean under there. And then we will come in with some green. Just make sure that you've wiped that, Hazel. Yeah. We'll come in with some green at the bottom. If I'd got any water on here, it would have just given me some scuff marks, which I might get a few if I'm honest, but it's fine. Like there is really wet, so, but it is what it is. And then I'm going to come in with a slightly darker green and just bring that up. I think this is the first thing that you should do when you get yours. Honestly, it's such fun. Okay. So then I'm going to take the Echinacea stamp. I'll go through and find it. This one here. Now, shall I do it in my platform? Oh, go on, Mum. Let's do it in the platform. I'm going to pop that down. And the first one I'm going to do is in the middle. Maybe about there. Just pick that up. And I'm going to ink that up in my ink pad. Come here. Stuck on. Could you hear the pricing gun going? That means we're proper up to date now. No, we're not. It's telling me we're not up to date now. Right, just make sure that that's butted in the corner, Hazel. Okay. Look at that. Love it. So then, I'm going to take this off and I'm going to reposition, but I'm going to come a little bit lower. Like so. Pick that up. And then we're going to add that one in. So you'll notice that the elements in the background, the script and the little flicks, you've got stamps of those. You've got a splat in there. You've got coffee rings in there. The griddage you've got from your Nature's Dream 2, which you can add extra bits of grid in. But now this way, I've got to turn this around now and pop that in there. And again, the same, I'm just going to drop it down. Pop that on there. And I'm actually using my Studio Light ink pad today. This is the waterproof permanent one. It's really good. There we go. So that's 3 that I've got stamped. Look at me, getting a bit messy. What I can do is add in some little bits, but I'll do that with the grungy bits of the stamp. So I'm going to get my platform out of the way. I wish I had a little bit more room. Like so. Let's move that up there. It'll all end up on the floor in a minute. I know it will. Okay. So, first up, I'm going to use a little bit of the grid. And we want the little coffee ring. Pop that on there. And let's put this one. Oh, yeah, we've got to have that one too. The honeycomb. So useful, all of them elements. Right, put that in there. Put that on. Oh, and I'll tell you what else. We'll get one of those leaves. We don't want to leaf it out. Right then. So, bit of griddage. No, that one. Now, there is a right way and a wrong way to this. I think it's that way. And I'm just going to pop, I'm just continuing that up the top there. And then I'll do a little bit on the back. Not too much, just extending out that design with the elements that are there. I'm going to add in a little bit down there and around there. And now it's just filling in them gaps. We're going to have a little bit of coffee ring. I have one there. I'm going to rotate that down. And then maybe a little bit on the side there. Now there's also like a little splat. I could do this in colour or in black. I'm going to stick with black because it's going to match these ones. So I can have a splat there. I don't want to put too many in because I feel like we've got, maybe I'll just put a little bit up there. And then we have got this. So, the green. Just building up now in the background a little bit of detail. Maybe we'll just have a little bit up there. That's it. And then we'll have a little bit of leaf. Bit of leaf here and there. Okay. Now the last thing that we need to add on here is some bumblebees. So I'm just going to add these back in. I mean, I'm going to decorate, like, I'm going to put some pockets on here. This one, what I might do is just do a little bit here and there when I come on alive, and we'll just keep adding to it. But yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Maybe have one here and that one there. We only need them on a small. These have got nice tight lids. And this one Actually, I might just put this one on the back. There we go. And then all I would do, just move that out of the way, try and keep it tidy. All right. I would just grab my inks, the same ones that I was using, but I'm going to take a darker green as well. Pop that one down. And then I would just use all of my nice bright colours. So maybe I've got some pink, some yellow, some orange, and some red. And then I would just have a good old time. You're not going to see me there, are you? Let's put it there. Let's see if I just find myself a nice water brush. I found one, but it needs filling up. Watercolour pencils would be fabulous for this as well. Sometimes I like to do the watercolour painting, but then add in some detail with my pencils. Right, so let's get... And you haven't got to be really specific, just getting some colour down. And I'm going to mix between the two greens. I'll perhaps just do one little bit. Maybe we'll concentrate on this front bit, and then I can pull the other in on another one. So I like to just go over and do all of one colour first. And then bring in the different colours. And it saves me washing my brush so often. I don't think you can see very close up. Let me see if I can pull you down a bit. And I'm going to actually just stick to this bit here. So we're going to go, the first one we're going to go a nice, we'll get some yellow on first. And then we'll add in. You okay? Yeah, I am too. I've got a drink though. And then we'll just add a little bit darker around here. Now I've got a darker brown. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to have a drink as well while I'm doing it. Is just dot that around. Like so. And I'm going to have a nice old mixture. So I'm going to go into a red now. Like so. And then I can always, if I want to, I can always add in some more detail with my pencils. But it just shows you how it all comes together. And when you look at it like a solid piece like this and you think, oh my goodness, how on earth? But broken down, 3 stamps of the main image and a few little bit extra bits. I don't know what colour I was doing this now. It's going to be red by the looks of it. I wanted it orange. It's going to be red and orange. And it's amazing, actually, when you do add watercolour pencils, how much definition it makes to it. a little bit of yellow on our bumblebees. That one's over the back there, but that's fine. I'll cover that in. This one is going to be a nice pink one. And then also the little, these bits we can also add colour into there because it's a water-based, it's a water that is very good for the card. Oh, spit it out, Hazel. You can, the card takes the water very well. So I'm just going to add in some darker blue into my coffee rings, just to add a little bit of difference, even on these ones down the bottom. And every one that you do will be different. So that with these ones, I'm going to start off with a lighter green and then come in with a little bit of darker, just to give a little bit of... You see this one, doesn't look like there's hardly any blue, look, whereas this one, I've got a lot of blue, and I know why, because this one was done an inky pickup and this one was blended and then spritzed. So if you look at that and you think, well, do you know what, I like it, but it ain't blue enough for me, just get your blending brush and blend some more blue in. Even over the top of what you've just done, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect it in any way. And that gives you that gorgeous. So this page will fit inside of this page. I'm just going to move this, and I know it's sacrilege to mop that up, but I feel like, you know, like when you start crafting and you've got the biggest table and then you end up doing it crafting on your lap because you've got everything around you. That's how I feel right now. So I have got at the minute, I would tape down here and stick that in there, and then as I fold through my album, I'm going to have like different, I would put a pocket on here to tuck something in, then I've got pretties to look at, then I could put another page in, or I could have pockets here. Maybe I'm going to put cards in there to give away as a gift. This would all be coloured in, then maybe a pocket on the back. So that's what I'm going to aim to do, and I will finish that off in another live. We've got so much to look at, so much to do. Paul, what time will we be leaving here?
Probably about 4, half 4.
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to get another one in tonight because we are... Let me turn you around. Oh, you're going to see Paul. Woo! Oh, no, you're not. We are going out for a meal, so I will post details tomorrow on here of the next time that I can do a live, but whenever I've got a minute I will come on and do another one. I just want to say a massive thank you, firstly for all of your support for my first shows on Hobby Maker. Brilliant, thank you. Secondly, for all your orders coming through, it's amazing. I can't believe that we've been so organised and done what we've done today.
I think you'll find it was me.
I think you'll find it was me. He's trying to say it was all him. I had to get rid of all the rubbish, make all the coffee, take all the parcels to the post office.
Oh, you found the kettle, did you?
Yeah, printed the orders. You see, it's teamwork. Honestly, he makes out. Oh my gosh, I've got a comment. Sorry, that sounds funny, doesn't it? Love the bumblebee. Susan Drage, your collection is waiting for you. It's all packed up ready. 2. Oh no, maybe there's another one. Brilliant. They have been coming through. That's good. I just think my phone was on a wobbly. So yeah, thank you. Have a lovely evening. We will continue to pack your orders and get them sent out. Paul is having his eye operation tomorrow, so I will be in charge. Whoop whoop. But I am making him come straight back to work afterwards. So we'll be in here overseeing, making sure that I'm doing it all right. So it won't hold your parcel up in any way. what was that one that says coffee and dinner out on the same day? I know. So thank you for your company, and I will catch up with you again very soon. Don't forget, this will get uploaded to YouTube and onto Dragons Papercraft. So I'll see you soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.